I'm your host, Mark George Barre, on Beyond the Surface Sports podcast. And joining me here is the esteemed man. Some they call him boss, some they call him coach, but I refer him as the principal of referees. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me in your studio, sir.
You have been one of the top guys in football in terms of refereeing, head of referees.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr.
And
George.
what was your primary role in those matches? What's your primary role in matches?
Yeah, as a referee. Yeah, because you know I am also a coach.
Yeah.
Now, in refereeing, our primary role is to implement the laws of the game. Simple.
And how long have you been there?
Yeah, Mark George, I've been in refereeing for quite some long. Yeah, I started officiating. In fact, I wrote my exams in 2000. So I started officiating in 2001.
That's almost 24 years to 23 years. It's a long run.
Yeah.
Because I only know you from 2011 when you officiated Dynamos and Highlanders. 2011, around 27 April, I was still a young kid, but I remember that. But it seems like you have a long life career. How is it like that?
Yeah, it's challenging and interesting. It's really challenging because remember from 2001, and then 4 years time, then I was promoted into class 1. And then from 2007 to 2011, I was doing PSL matches. And then like you are saying...
Premier League, the big ones.
Yeah, the big ones, sure. The big ones in Zimbabwe. Yeah.
And what was your inspiration behind the refereeing? You know, everything just don't start like no way.
Yeah, I used to be a player. But I just, something just came in me and I just thought of diverting from playing soccer and doing something which is done by the minority. Yeah. So that is when I started joining refereeing.
Yeah, because football players, if you're a football player, you understand football. So I think it was easy for you to just switch the
it's very easy. Yeah, from playing football to officiating, it becomes very easy.
Like some of the people in football, you see someone idolizing somebody. I want to be that. Did you have any mentor when you started that career?
Yeah, when I started, I cannot really say I had something, but after starting, I realized there were some people who were doing officiating like Mr. Muyambo. Yeah, the former head for Baptist Mission.
Yeah, he's the old man. I know that old man.
Yeah, he's the old man. Then as time went on, I started watching big matches. That is when I started wanting to be like the Felix Tangwarimas and so on. Where I used to see him officiating big matches. Yeah.
And now you officiated, and now you have gone through managing the big games. Like, do you have anything that you can say like which challenges, pertaining challenges or any challenging match you ever faced in your life to say?
Yeah, I remember 2011. Yeah, I was doing Highlanders versus Dynamos at BF. So that was one of my biggest matches. That was the fourth official, but it's not easy to be a fourth official for such big matches because you have to control the technical areas and the emotions are always high. Yeah, always high. So you have to be very cool, manage them so that the match flows.
And how do you handle such pressure? Because players will be going this way, coaches, it's something else,
Yeah, it's not easy, Mr. George, but you just have to be cool. You just have to be fair, talk to them nicely. They will understand.
Do they really get it lightly? Because some they will feel like, for example, if you officiated the Dynamos and Highlanders, and these are one of the tense games when it comes to Highlanders and Dynamos, but you have managed them. And there are some situations where you can see this match it override, man, in terms of the referee decision. Sometimes you see this is not right. Sometimes do you do something? How do you manage that?
Yeah, you just talk to the coaches, take officials nice. Yeah, guys, 2A is human. Don't worry. And then maybe half time, if some of those mistakes do happen during the first half time, we meet, then we talk. Guys, you did very well here, but I think maybe you should have done better that way. Let's manage our game this way. Look at this player, try to handle this player this way, and so on.
Or you study them before the game.
Yeah, normally a good referee, you must know the players.
Yeah.
You must know the team, how the team plays, the team tactics, this player, the way he plays. Then you talk to him even before the match. You warn him, my friend. I know when you are going for the ball, you always go with your elbow or jump hitting someone. So make sure that you don't do that, because if you do that, then I will caution you. So that's, you are doing that. Prevention is better than cure.
But it seems like your job requires a lot of mentally and physical strength, because if you it happens, you have such situations, you have to be mentally fit.
Exactly.
How do you always become mentally fit? Because as a human being, you always get frustrated also. Some you see that they are just doing some decision. I mean, players, they are doing some decisions which are not good at some point. But you still had to manage that situation physically and mentally. How do you always become still ready and steady? Because it seems like it's not an easy job to manage.
It's not easy, like you are saying. It's not easy to say. Now we have got something that is called game management. It's very important. You read the game, the behavior of the players, and then all you need to do is to be fair. If you are fair, and then you find things easy, and you have to be consistent. Not always, maybe you're always sort of being hard on the other side, and the other side, so consistency. If you make a mistake, then they will understand.
So if you're a ref, you are the one who is in charge, and the ref makes a mistake during the game, which is a crucial mistake. A mistake can go either can benefit the other team or not, but that crucial mistake, how do you intend to, manage it? Because people will be seeing it. That mistake is, some mistakes lead to games abandoned. So how do you do that?
Yeah, normally if I got you well, I've now understood these things now, because I'm now a commissioner. I'm now an instructor. So normally we are saying the penalty area, which you normally refer to as the 18 area. We refer to as the penalty area. The penalty area is referred to as a big priority area. So
you prioritize that area.
The referee has to be there. So when you are making a decision, you have to be 100% sure. Because your decision can either lead to a goal or no goal. And that is where matches are won. And if you are a referee and you make a decision that changes the result of a match, there's a mark that you will not, that you cannot score above it.
So while you are commissioning that match, the referees that you are officiating also, they're getting some marks.
Yes. Yeah, they're getting some marks.
Those marks, do they count for something else, or it's just for guiding them? For promotion.
And for selection, when it comes to the end of the year, you've got the referee of the year, the runners up, and so on. That comes from those marks. And even some matches, when appointments are being done for certain matches, you also look at the performance of the referee. So those marks are very important.
It seems like it's quite interesting, but frustrating also. You are saying you have to mark these races, because some of the games we don't have a VR, so a referee sometimes can make a mistake, which is human error, of course. So they in their head, they always know that the mark will go. That's the most interesting part.
What is very important is that we always cite them. Because our role as commissioners is to develop referees. We don't want to kill them. So we cite them. We also tell them that A is human.
You made an error.
And then when they make an error, we try to see how best we can cite them. And we are saying that mustn't affect your performance. It must be water under the bridge, and look at what happens in the future. Next.
Before you became a match commissioner, so what was your most memorable, say, enjoyable game you have ever refereed? Say, before you commissioned those big matches with Dynamos, of course you refereed some of them. What was a big moment? Because there's always a big moment.
I remember the days when I was still doing D1 matches.
The
border strikers, underhill matches, the border strikers, the Triple B, the border strikers, Sundown match. Those matches were not easy at Brazil. And there is also one match when I was also doing PSL. It was Chicken Inn versus Zim Saints. So it was a derby. So it was played on Saturday, and I just received a call late evening on Friday. I knew that I was not having a match. So I don't know what had happened. I was just told that, no, come tomorrow if you're free for the match at Lviv. So it was a derby, and I had to psych myself. Why me? Then I went there and I officiated that match. PSL match.
Which team is that?
Yeah. It's Chicken Inn versus Zim Saints, the now defined Zim Saints.
Chicken Inn.
Yeah, it was a tape,
Big.
Yeah, and then the match went on so well, and I was really impressed.
So in those matches, you take us through. Have you ever accolades, like you say, the ref will win the prizes? Have you ever scoped some of the, like I say, awards?
Unfortunately, I haven't.
Yeah, but of course you've been on that role, maybe nominated. Of course, you become.
Yeah, I can say so. Yeah.
It seems like it's a huge journey, because you undergo promotion. When somebody goes to promoting from being a ref, where you undergo those mistakes that you are punishable, or some of them suspended, some of them losing those marks, that shows a really growth in that career. But what is the most interesting about that profession anyway? Just personally.
It's really challenging. That pressure. Remember your decision. Everyone would be.
If you're referring to Dynamos, or let's say Chicken Inn or whatever match, everyone is seeing on the TV.
Exactly. So your decision, everyone has to take it. Whether it's wrong,
the referee is always right.
The decision is final, and everyone has to go with that decision.
So we were just saying, when you officiate those big matches, and it's one of your favorite teams, maybe Zimu, or also I know most of the people of this side, they go with Highlanders. So you officiate Highlanders and maybe Dynamos, and they make huge mistakes. You go to the streets, they'll be like, boss, you were the second or the 12th player to Dynamos today. Those things sometimes. How do you take them? Because it's a personal issue. They're coming to a personal level.
Let me start by saying it's interesting. We don't have a favorite team as officials. But now I get you. When I say, people always say maybe you're the 12th person and so on. It's normal. In our profession, it's normal. You just have to be cool. You don't be emotional. If they're football people, we can just talk nicely. If you find that they're not football people, just leave them. Because you cannot argue with them.
It's a matter of being positive to the job always.
Exactly.
Because you are not having a favorable team, just do your job.
Yes.
That's all. You just do your job. Whether it's your team, for me, I will go with FC Platinum. So if I'm referring FC Platinum, I don't have to.
You just have to be.
Do they ask the conflict of interest to say, Mr. Munyai, do you support which team in this?
No, they will always talk. They'll say, this is a home team. You guys are not supporting us. That's normal. The away team will complain, you are supporting the home team, which is not the case. So you just let it go.
It's very tough. On the other hand, it's very interesting, because you'll be the talk of the street, the topic of the street by the days. Anyway, we have to go further to say, in this Matebeland region, it seems like we have, or I should ask you, I should not say that, but in per se I should ask you to say, do we have much or a number of match officials here, which are officiating in big matches, of course?
PSL or Division 1?
From Division 1, because some of them.
We do have quite a number who are doing Division 1 matches. Here in Beitbridge, we have got, unfortunately, we now have one. We had two. We had Mlaus Costa and the Reginald Muria from Tong. But now Costa Mlaus is now a match commissioner. He's retired. So we are left with the Reginald Muria.
He's the only referee.
He's an assistant referee. And then we also have other guys from Gwanda, some from Plumped. We have quite a number. And then in PSL, we've got Melody Ncube. He's based in Kez right now. And Maposa Mncedisi. So by the end of the year, last year, we had some Division 1 referees who were given PSL matches. like Joe Bangali, who is a police officer in Colembone, Taurai Murangano in Plumtree, and then Dues Tule in Gwanda, yeah.
It's a big occasion to them, because when we look to the atmosphere of football refereeing, some they didn't even know we have. When I say Mr. Munyai, some of them, they just know you as a teacher. Some they know you just as a coach.
Yeah.
So when it comes to this refereeing part, it seems like it's a dark side to the Bedbridge people. They don't know that to many people.
Yeah.
Of course, they may not know you only, but some of the people that say, we have a high rank of referees here who can take part in any match here in Zimbabwe, but they don't know about that. So I had to ask you, why it seems like our refereeing standards in terms of selection to go internationally, it's low here?
In the country, or
overall, starting from Mat South, to say here at home, starting here at home.
Yeah, you see, Mat South, we can say maybe our province, we're a little bit lagging behind.
Yeah.
In all aspects, because most of our people don't want to do courses, whether coaching or sports management courses, and that is letting us down. So you find that maybe most of the referees will be from Harare and Bulawayo, and because of their numbers, they normally get the advantage of being promoted to CAF and FIFA. But we also had one referee who is now retired, assistant referee Salani Ngube. He was born and bred in Mat South, so he did very well at international level.
You officiated some of the matches internationally, or COSAFA?
Yes, he officiated there.
Because when it goes to the COSAFA and the Chan Cups, when you look at the big matches, you only found Tanzania, South Africa. But these days, it seems like it's a bit low to get Zimbabwe. If it's Zimbabwe, you see the fourth, there's one with the flag.
Yeah, the assistant referee.
The assistant referees.
Yeah.
But it's not likely to see those who are blowing the whistle. So I had a question to say, why is it we are lacking on that side? Are we a little bit behind in terms of the level of refereeing, or they check the football standard?
Not really. Maybe we are also affected by that time when we were suspended by FIFA.
Oh, the ban.
Because that is when all our referees were not recognized by FIFA. But our referees, long back, they did very well. Like I was talking about Felix Tangwarima, who is now the head of referees in Africa.
Yeah.
He's a FIFA guy.
He's the head in Africa?
Yeah, in Africa, yes. In Africa. So he did very well. We've got the guys like the Brighton Muzamir and so on. Recently, we also have guys like Ruziwe. We also have guys like Norman Matemera. Yeah. Currently, we've got a guy from Manicaland, Brighton Chimene. He's doing very well international. He's doing very well. And also a guy who once played for Border Seekers. And he's now a referee, Taban Rosario. He's doing so well in the FIFA games, but so far he hasn't officiated in major competitions, but he's officiating these club competitions in Champions League and so on.
Yeah, the CAF Champions League.
Yes, and they're doing so well.
So some of the refs, they go to the Champions League Confederation.
Yes.
What about these major tournaments? Because when you look at the AFCON, I haven't seen one there.
Yeah, unfortunately, because we are lagging behind there.
Or should I say just the Southern African part, we are few in terms of...
Yeah, we are few, but we have got guys from Zambia and South Africa. They are represented.
Because we see Tanzania is big in terms... What's happening with that?
Maybe we'll get there. We'll see. One day we'll get there.
Do they do something in terms of refereeing here? Do they do something that improves our current?
Yeah, we normally... The courses that are run by FIFA, that's where our referees are selected. And then when they go, they are promoted into FIFA. They look at how they perform when they officiate at club levels, like the CAF Champions League and so on. And then, but they get promoted from there.
Now, from there, that's where you become recognized, like the likes of
Victor Gomes. You start with maybe COSAFA, these regional tournaments, before you go to African Nations Cup.
Did you ever do the the tournament or any major tournament, junior, senior level, any of them?
Outside the country, no.
No, you only do the PSL. You only did the PSL.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe sometimes we'll hope to see you in those major.
I'm just looking forward to that. Maybe one day we might get someone from as far as Beitbridge, Mat South, and then doing something maybe at the international level. That would be awesome.
And maybe with your career, it's been outstanding because when we look from the ground, where you're saying 2001 until now, it seems a consistency till you are where you are there, the match commissioner. It's a long career span there, which is around when I say it's a long career span, I mean it's amongst one of your longest careers. That's the most exciting thing about your career. It's not one. Your career is not one. It's amongst one of the major careers you have. So all round, what can you say to the younger me to say who wants to be a referee? Because some of them they don't know how do the referee become referee. They don't know that.
Yeah, I'm trying to. You guys are doing a sterling job. And I'm sure our young guys will also be inspired because we are trying by all means to recruit young referees so that we also have referees from Beitbridge. Currently, we've got this young man from St. Mary's.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, he's now class 3. He is doing so well. He has officiated in the Kosasa games in Bulawayo. So far, he's doing so well. And
he did the Kosasa games?
Yes. Yeah.
At junior level?
Yes, junior level in Bulawayo. Yeah, for the juniors. Last year, he did very well. So he's someone that we are looking forward to, and if he works very hard, and without being headed and heeding advice, I'm sure the sky is the limit. We want to see him officiating the PSL, and personally, maybe in 4 years' time, I want to see him raising the flag in the PSL.
The PSL.
I'll be very happy.
So, how do those young men how do they join the refereeing department?
No, we just recruit the written exam. We are interested in getting maybe boys and girls who are below 20 years.
Yeah, because in this, I'm only seeing males, only males.
Yeah, right now in Mat South, we've got 4 ladies. And then we've got 2 girls, I think, who are 18, 19 years from Gwanda, which is good. So we're also trying to encourage girls, but in Beitbridge, unfortunately, we don't have. So you can assist us recruit ladies so that...
Do they even know there's a career? Do they know it's a career, or they just see the men blowing the ref or the whistle only then?
Yeah, so maybe we need to spread the gospel.
Of referee?
Yeah.
Because it seems like it's a very long, because judging from your careers, it seems like it's one of the interesting things. Like, because I'm amazed to see you are promoted, you get the marks. It's something that I didn't know myself to say. Where you promoted from when you are given some marks, scores, and go higher. I just thought maybe you're called, maybe a football knowledge, you go and say, join the referee.
Yeah, you are assessed and then you are marked. There's a scale from 1 to 10. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Munyai. I think it was a pleasure to have you, because you gave us an insight of this refereeing thing, which I guess to many people, they will learn, to those young people, they will learn, get inspired. But what can you say as your last word to these young growing,
Yeah, I will say refereeing is a very good career. Yeah, because normally in football, sometimes when you lose, you are not given incentive.
Yeah.
But in refereeing, you go for a match, you know that after 90 minutes, you are getting match fees, you are paid. So it's a very good career. And I will say you guys assist us recruit more referees. And lastly, I also want to thank you for inviting me here. I also want to thank your crew, those who are working behind the scenes. I know we've got a lot of people behind the scenes, the cameraman and so on, all those people, the sound, what, I don't know. I'm not someone who is an IT specialist, but I know that you've got your colleagues who are working behind the background. So thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Vijay. Until we see you next time.
Thanks. Thank you.